Well, hello, Facebook. Hello. Hey, once again, welcome back. I had a little technical difficulty there a few minutes ago. So y'all know how it is. When you go live, you just have to roll with the punches. Never know what's gonna happen. Hey, I thank you guys for tuning back in with me. Let me fix myself up. I'm looking like some kind of bomb over here. Let me fix that. Oh, you should have fixed that up before you came on camera. Well, I waited till I came on camera. How about that? So hey, listen. I just thank everybody once again for that better. Yeah, y'all like that? That's good. That's good for me. Hey, listen. I thank y'all for tuning back in. I'm back in my comfort zone, back in my seat right now. Listen, I wanted to come back because I wanted to bring Miss Williams on. A lot of y'all see Mr. Williams on, and I'll be doing my thing, but I wanted to bring Miss Williams on. This is her first time ever coming on my show. And look out, Dr. Jesse Williams. My brother Jesse Williams is watching. We love you all the way over in Jacksonville, Arkansas, the Fighting Tiger School. She probably saying, hurry up and introduce me. But you know, we brought her on because we both wanted to come and talk about her new book that's soon to be released. And thanking God once again for Elite Publications that put these books out, that is going to be putting this book out. And I'm not going to talk too much about the book because it's her book, and I'm gonna give her the floor to let me know. Let's talk about this book. So hello, Miss Williams. How are you tonight?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Mr. Williams. How are you? I'm doing good.
All right. I like to tell everybody, come on the show. Don't be nervous, because I'm just going to say anything. I don't have a scripted note. I say whatever comes to mind, and whatever your heart have on, you can go ahead and let's talk about. You had a book. You wrote a book. I say it took you like 15 years to write your first book, but you got it out. What was the name of your? First of all, tell us a little bit about yourself. There's the camera, and you can tell us a little bit about yourself. Everybody don't know you. We got over 5,000 people plus watching, so let us know a little bit about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Okay. Well, first of all, my name is Brenda Williams, maiden name Peyton. I was born and raised in Blytheville, Arkansas, to Mary Ann Blair and Tommy Taylor. So once I graduated there, I moved on out to California, where I met this handsome man right here.
Y'all hear that?
But we didn't get married until probably about
a year later.
Yeah. 9 months later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've been married for 33 years?
33 years. Y'all hear that? 33 years. 30 plus 3. 36 minus 3. Whichever way you want to put it, it's been 33 years. Okay.
In other words, it seems like forever.
A long. Oh, go ahead. Long time. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, I joined the military, did 21 years in the military as a military police.
Police officer.
I always grew up reading a lot of books, romance novels. That's my my thing. I have a lot of favorite authors, but I once I got to the point where I started being critical of the books that I was reading. I said, well, man, I can do this. I can write my own, book, um, my own romance novels, and put it with the flavor that I want onto it. And I just dreamed about my story. I pretty much saw it as like a movie scene that kept repeating in my brain. So I finally, well, let me just go ahead on and write about this. I was always, in love with mermaids, werewolves, vampires. Those were my paranormal things that I love to read about. So I have a paranormal romance. So my first book is dealing with the cabin. That's the first of my Atlantis gatekeepers. They are part kind of vampire-ish, mermaids, and a little bit of everything all mixed up in there. But we have romance. So basically, with my characters, they have to find their mate, and in order to control the power of their the gates to and from Atlantis. So that's when I came up with the cabin, and that's where Kristoff and Brianna meet. So I finished that. It was published probably 2 years ago, and now I finally finished my second book. The second book is pretty much a continuation of where I left off with the first book. And it's called A Healing Touch. This one deals with Caden and Tiana. So Caden and Tiana is Caden is actually Kristoff's brother, and you pretty much read a little bit about him at the end of the cabin. I put a little twist in all of my books. So
let me ask you a question. So I noticed the names in the books. Where did you come up with these names in the books? Because they sound familiar to me.
Some of them are familiar. I tend to use my family names, and then a lot of them, I just dreamed about it. And like a lot of my character names pretty much have meanings to them, and these are some of the stuff that was going in my brain. So I just put it down.
Well, there's been a little controversy, and I want to clear it up here live on the air. So when you go to the website and say the cabin, Brenda Williams, now that body, that's my body that I let her use. And, but everybody always say, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. If I said it's my body, it's mine. So go ahead. You can go ahead. I wanted to come clean with that. That's my body that y'all see on the cabin. And I just put somebody else's head on, the Photoshop and stuff. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Your turn.
Well, like I said, Caden is, this book is pretty much a continuation of the second book. And with it, it's all my stories kind of blend in together.
Okay.
I can have some stuff that I wrote in the second book that's going to bleed into the third and the fourth. So basically, I have
there's going to be a series going on.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Y'all hear that? So listen. I want you to go out, start going to books and what is it?
You can go to Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
You can get it on Target, Amazon, Google it. It's out there. A Healing Touch pretty much came out the end of last month.
And we have to because these are two different authors two different organizations that put the books out. And I told her that this book was put out by Page Publishing. Nothing against your Page Publishing, but this book was put out by Page Publishing. But a lot of you guys, y'all inbox me and y'all say, man, where do you guys get your books written and all that? You have to go to Elite Publishing with Mr. Jesse Bowens and Jessica. That group, they listen. You can put out a book and you can pay somebody $100, and that's what you're going to get, $100 book. But if you want some quality work, you want some quality, just the cover, everything from your cover design and everything, Page Publishing is the place to go. Listen, excuse me, Elite Publishing, not Page. Elite Publishing is the place to go. They are there with you every step of the way. If you don't know how to write your book, they give you tips on how to write your book. They do your corrections sometimes, but they have programs. If they write the whole thing is one price, I never get the price out because my book deal was different than hers, and hers was different than Sally's, and you know what I'm saying. But if you want your stuff done right, Mr. Jesse Bowens and that crew over there with Elite Publishing, they do a fantastic job. And if you don't know his number or whatever, inbox me and we'll make sure that you get his information. If my ambassador was on, if my secretary was on, she'll be putting his information in right now because that's the way we do. We like to promote. And so tell us a little bit more about. See, listen, this woman, she don't tell everything. You're not only an author, but you got your doctorate degree. I believe you got a couple of doctorates. What do you have a doctorate in? And what is your major? I believe psychology or so. I just let her, whatever she takes, she take. Whatever I take, I take. Tell them a bit about your educational background. We talked about military, and you wrote a book. They might think that you have to be super smart and all that just to do a book. But the Boeings, the Elite Publishing.
But did I get my stuff in? I can't.
What did you get your doctor? I mean, your.
Well, I have a bachelor's in psychology.
Okay.
That I took through a college here.
Columbus. Was it Columbus College?
It was Colorado Christian.
Colorado Christian College. Okay.
That I got my psychology degree in, but then I also got my doctorate in. I believe it's an honorary doctorate in.
No honoraries here.
What is it? Is it
Christian counseling and communication?
Christian counseling and communication.
Yeah. And theology.
And theology.
Okay.
Now I also want to get I want to get my master's in communication, so that way I can gear everything more towards my writing.
Okay.
So that's what I'm in the process of trying to do also.
So earlier, y'all, she said we've been married over 33 years as of September 18th. And a lot of people say, hey, how do you be married that long and still can wake up and look at each other and still shake hands and all? Well, if you had to ask me, you don't have to be a yes man or yes no all the time. Just remember that person that's laying there next to you that took your last name. If you don't want to treat yourself the way that's the way I look at it. She took my last name. I didn't take hers. So since she took my last name, I feel I'm obligated to do the things that I did to get her. And that means washing clothes, washing dishes, what else? Running the bath water, trying to cook. Even if you're listen, she said cooking dinner. Listen, you don't even have to be the best cook as long as you try to cook. I mean, you're gonna burn up some stuff every now and then, but that's okay too. And she'll say, "Oh, baby, that was so good." She lying, but that's what they do, But I'm just saying. So help these people out. I mean, you got 2 romance novels. She had to get that from somewhere. So I mean, I'm just saying. But on the serious side, every day is not going to be Sunday in your marriage. Listen, but don't throw away a Mercedes-Benz because you got a dent in the fender. I'm just saying. So I'll let her continue to talk about the book a little bit. But listen, you wouldn't throw away your Mercedes-Benz for a dent in the fender. That's all I got to say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I know a lot of people ask me how how did I become a writer, or if I'm a writer, how did I get myself out there? I think I just started writing. I just started putting my thoughts down on paper. Um, every time I would dream about something, I would have to write it down in order to move on, because it continuously played over and over in my mind. So every day I would write something down, and then I put it onto my laptop, and until I would build off of it. So I have a thought or idea, and I write it down, and I play it forward, or sometimes I would play it backwards and build up to the thought that I had. But once I finished, I pretty much I just went to the bookstore, and I just checked the back of the different books in the genre that I was trying to get into, which was paranormal romance, and I looked to see which publishing companies were publishing them, and I only picked 3. And out of the 3 that I picked, Page Publishing was the one that responded back to me. So that's when I published The Cabin. And it was, it was kind of hard for me to put myself out there, because, I'm like, what if people don't like it, but, yeah, I read this quote that said, you're not a writer until you put your work out there for other people to read it. So I just sent it.
So one thing you didn't even mention, back in I believe it was July, when you had wrote The Cabin, wasn't it The Cabin that received the award from the Take Center Stage, the Authors Award? And
the Authors Award.
And listen. When you go through these writers and stuff, and I hope we're helping somebody, because it's a lot of people that ask me about writers and stuff. When you go through these places to get writers, I know it was only my first book, and more than a martial artist, I didn't want to raise it up, because this is about her right now, but it's about the same author, Elite Publications. Elite Publications gets your stuff out there. I'm telling you. I know sometimes I don't do everything they tell me to do, but I tell you what, Jesse Bowens and that crew that he has, they are outstanding. Listen, you're going to work hard, and he'll tell you, hey, I'm going to have your book out in 3 months. You say, well, I want it out faster than that. Don't say that.
It didn't take that long.
Don't say you want it out faster. That joker will have you up. You'll think you out in the wilderness. You be out there 3 and 4 days straight on that computer or doing whatever you do to make it happen. But if you give him a deadline, and you say, if you give Elite Publications a deadline and you say, well, I want the book out in a month, you better be ready for that month, because Elite Publications is going to get it out there in that month. And not only that, and the reason I'm bragging on it, because even for my book, Dr. John Williams, More Than a Martial Artist, they put you into these other book clubs, as well as if there's awards out there for your book to possibly get, they feel that strong about their product that they will put your book enter your book into those awards, like Book Writers Awards and all. And my wife and myself, we won the at the Take Center Stage, we received the Authors Award for new book and all that, new author. It was great. It was great. So I'm here to tell you that if you're looking to write your book, consider, and I'm not getting any money for saying this, consider Page Publishing, not Page, consider Elite Publishing. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just telling you the price is right. Like Bob Barker say, come on down. The price is right. They'll work with you, and they'll take out, and they put your stuff out there. They know what they are doing. I didn't mean to do that, but I just had to tell, because when you have a good product, most people won't brag on it. They'll say, oh, well, go over here, go over there. But I'm telling you, I haven't met a person that Elite Publications have marketed that wasn't satisfied with what they paid for it. And so, like Jesse Bowens always tell me, John, it's time for you to move into that other section. So there's two sections. There's a section over here that, you know, your friends or whatever, but there's another section over there that a lot of people don't like to go to because sometimes it might cost you a little bit. But do you want the Mercedes or do you want the Pinto? Back to you, Miss Williams. I had to get that in. I had to put that in. So we're gonna wrap this up. But I thank you for coming on because A Healing Touch, and like I said, this is her second book. She's already planning on doing a third one, and they're getting ready to launch this book online. And we will make sure that you be there for the launch. We'll do the online with, and that's another thing with Elite Publications. They set up your online signing. I had never heard of that. They put you and set you up with other book authors that has been there and done that, and you can feed off of each other. It's just a great thing. Do you have any last words that you have, Miss Williams, before we get out of here?
Just to go out and get it. It's already out there, so you can get it online, Kindle. Once you get it, just send me a little remark in reference to how you liked it and give me a review on it.
Yes, it's important to get that review. So once again, this is Dr. John Williams and Dr. Brenda Lee Williams. And we just wanted to come on just to let you know that the book is about to drop. It's about to drop. You can order now on, where can they order the books at?
You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target is out there. You can get it Kindle. Just type in A Healing Touch by Brenda Williams and it'll pull it up. So basically you know what to look for. Mine has the sexy cover with the man on the front.
So I know I bragged on Elite. From my point of view, Elite Publications. How was your dealing? And then I'm gonna let you go. But how was your dealing with Elite Publications?
My dealing with Elite Publishing was excellent. I had already finished my book, so the moment that I turned in the draft, it was pretty much probably not even two to 3 weeks later that everything was done. It didn't take too much for the editorial phase. I already had an idea, a picture in my mind on what I wanted my cover to look like. So I had already sent that. I had sent them everything. So all they needed was just basically my approval and to go ahead. And this is what we had.
So do you, I'm asking questions. Do you or would you recommend or highly recommend Elite Publishing to anybody?
I would highly recommend them to anybody who's out there who's trying to publish a book, a bibliography, fictional, fantasy, whatever you're trying to write. Go ahead and look them up. Even if you don't know or if you haven't started writing your book yet,
they'll give you
different ideas on how you want to go,
which
category you would fit into, and just tell them this is what I want to do and just go ahead. But like I said, you're not going to be considered a writer until you put your stuff out there. So the first thing is just to step forward and make it happen.
Understand, as I end with my quote, a beautiful life is one where you are happy with yourself, no matter what other people think. This is Dr. John Williams with the Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. My guest today, author Brenda Lee Williams, author of 2 books now, The Cabin and A Healing Touch. Hey, until next time, all be good, and we'll be talking at you later.